Hello, everybody. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for joining me. We still have blowing snow and falling snow across the area. You're looking at a DOT camera shot in Minnesota from the Brooks, Minnesota area. That's in Red Lake County. Your forecast looks mighty cold as we have clearing off to the west. Details are coming up right now. Say, my friends at Robert Gibbons Sons have been performing their duties around this region for over 100 years. Whether you have a commercial project or a residential project of new construction, preventative maintenance, emergency services, or even remodeling, they can get the job done and get a job done right. Make sure you give Robert Gibbons Sons a call and let them know Hutch sent you. Now, let's take a look at what we have going on across the region of the forecast. Starting out with your hour-by-hour forecast, what's going on. Let's slow this down, back it up, and start all over here. Now, the isobars are close together tonight. Most of the snow showers are off to the east. However, as you just saw in Red Lake County, we still have bands of snow that are on the outside of this system. The point here is that the strongest of the winds are hitting now in the FM area, and they will continue for the next few hours before they really decrease. Out in central North Dakota, the winds are decreased now, so look for areas where the isobars are farther apart. You can tell in your neck of the woods when they die. Here's a look at midnight. We start to see the widening of the isobars in the Red River Valley, so that's the beginning of the end for the gustiest of the winds in North Dakota. But look at Minnesota. It's going to continue to chug-a-lug as we head into the night above. Now, we'll have periods of gusty winds here and there in Fargo, but by the time we get close to daybreak, the calm settles in. This is a high pressure center here in the center of this isobar, and that means clearing skies. We have spots that have nearly 1 foot of snow, 10 inches reported in Walhalla, a number of 7 to 8 inch reports, as well as 6-inch reports, including the FM area that had a healthy dose of snow. We're going to be cold first thing in the morning. I'll have details on the digits here in a second. As we go through your Friday mid-morning, things are quiet and clear. Here's the high-pressure center across the Red River Valley. Light winds, and we will not warm up much, as will be very chilly. But as the clouds start building in from the west, they're going to yield a couple of flakes. This was Clipper 2 that I've been speaking of the last couple of days. Or more. As we take a look at the snow, best chance out in the western part of the state, heading into our Friday afternoon and evening. A few flurries may slide their way into the valley, eastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota once again, and a few inches of snow will be possible. 1 or 2 maybe is the way it's looking at this particular time, and it looks like the chances are best to the west of Fargo as we go through. A little shot maybe as we go into Saturday morning with this Clipper style system. Now, a look at what we have going on with regards to your forecast. Woo-wee, here we go. Let's take a look. All right, I'm sorry about that. I got to pull up the right graphic here. Here we go. Now, we are looking at temperatures first thing in the morning that will be less than balmy. Check this out. Clearing skies will be pretty prolonged in central North Dakota. I do think we're going to see some 20s below. Hallock, well, Walhalla, I think there's a real good chance that you'll be in the 20s below. 25 below, not out of the question in a few spots. Devil's Lake, about 15 to 20 below in the Grand Forks to Devil's Lake stretch. Healthy amounts of snow out in that area and parts of northwest Minnesota as well, with teens below in Thief River Falls and up in War Road. 11 below for Fargo, 13 below in Valley City, 9 below Jamestown. Look at Bemidji. It's no picnic out there either. Unless you have a picnic basket and you want to do it inside, I recommend not going outside for that picnic with Paul Bunyan tomorrow at temperatures around 6 below. Do we warm up in the afternoon? Well, the answer is yes, but not a bunch here. The big warm-up is out in western parts of the region. As we look into the big sky country of Montana, those downsloping warming winds really go to work. They're called the Chinook wind, and they're also labeled snow eaters. That's what Chinook means in the Native American tongue. Therefore, we're going to have a real warm up there. Not a lot of change in our elevation here in the Red River Valley. Plus, we're at the bottom of that Lake Agassiz region. So with that said, the coldest, densest air is going to stay parked right here in the valley. Some of us will have sub-zero temperatures for the better part of the day. Walhalla, that might mean you as well with the abundant amount of snow you saw spreading down into the Cheyenne River Valley as well. At best, we'll be in the skinny single digits. Thief River Falls, 1 tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, 3 Fargo, 6 Fergus Falls, 10 for Wadena, Bemidji 9, and if you're in the Wahpeton Breckenridge area, let's say a 5-degree reading for you, it looks to be in the books. Planning forecast looks like this as we go through. We're talking about temperatures that will be brutally cold in Fargo in the morning, warming up to only 3 degrees above. We will dip down briefly below zero Friday night, but as we approach the morning hours, the thermometer's on the way back up. Now, as we have warmer air, we have that second clipper moving through on Saturday, but then after that, we start to see a nice moderation in temperatures heading into next week. I've got fog each and every morning with these south winds blowing warm, moist air over the frozen tundra. That's a problem, but not for Santa. Don't worry, kids. He's got that reindeer with the glowy nose, I forget his name, Randolph, Bob. Yeah, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer on your Christmas Eve into Christmas Day will be guiding the sleigh through any fog that does form, and we'll have temperatures in those low 30s for the middle of the week on your Christmas Day. But it won't be uneventful weather-wise. That fog could linger in a few spots. Now, thanks so much for your sharing of snowfall reports across the region. Here's a look at a few of those. Lakota, 9 inches, getting that 10-inch report up there in the Walhalla area, 7 inches at the Grand Forks Air Force Base, Rogers, North Dakota, 8. Thanks to all of you. Whoops, my chair just sunk. Ugh. It's been a long day. Let me get the chair back up here. At 3 inches in Hawley, you can see more snow reports by clicking on the snow reports tab at the top of hutchesweather.com. Speaking of which, a big thank you to all of you who have sent in photos to hutchesweather.com. We're going to take a look at those because there's some stark contrast in what's going on as we head to bed. Here, go to the viewer picks at the top, or you can scroll down to the button at the bottom as well and check it out. We did get some beautiful submissions of photos here. Check out Cullum. The SUNDOGS are barking. You know what this means? Clear skies, fresh snow. Woo! Very cold weather. There's a sundog here. There's a sundog there. There's a light pillar over the sun. That means ice crystals are suspended in the air. Thanks, Dave, for sharing your photo. And another shot here. This is way out in Glencoe, Minnesota, outside the Twin Cities to the west. And that's a lot of snow there. Over 8 inches of fluffy snow, the final total there. Here's another 8-inch report. Allison wrapping things up. This is not far from the industrial park. 8 inches reported there by Allison. Thank you for your report. Now, as we take a look, we do have a report here from that was earlier in the day at 6 inches in the same spot. So, Allison, thanks for sharing your photos, and thanks to all of you who have done so. It's wonderful. Now, if you click on the snowfall amounts button up at the top, this is where you can peruse very quickly with this National Weather Service app where you see the yellow dots. Those are higher amounts. You can roll your mouse over the top and check out Walhalla. Yep, there it is. 10 whole inches of snow. And as we look in on the FM area, a good 6-inch report out here in Hillsboro was reported at 1 in the afternoon. We've had another band or two of snow move through, so likely there's a little bit more. Twin Cities getting hit pretty well today. You can scan the entire nation for snowfall reports right here. Hutch's Weather and hutchesweather.com, keeping you ahead of the game. And if you get a chance to, why don't you head on over to hutchesweather.com and click on the Weather Kid button and check out tonight's Weather Kid. I got to tell you, it was fun meeting you, Paxton. You did an absolutely stunning job. He's from Kennedy Elementary. If you or any of your kids want to sign up to help Hutch do some weather as a Hutch's Weather Kid at Luther Family Ford, you can head into the dealership or head over to my website and sign up there. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I'll keep you updated as we go through the day tomorrow on our second weather system that will be pushing into the west throughout the day. But for now, have a great night. Go Broncos. Go your home team. And stay warm out there. It's going to be a frigid start to the day. Still travel trickery across the area for the night tonight, although many of the no travel advisories have been allowed to lapse. hutchesweather.com. Please hit the follow button on Facebook. I'm almost to 60,000 followers. 60,000 is a great goal. Wouldn't it be great if you were a part of that? I think it would be wonderful. Please click on follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube.